Hey, good to have you here today. Thank you for joining me. My name's Grant Cardone. Welcome to our Facebook channel. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching, I'm watching you. I'm watching out for your money. I'm watching out for you so you don't make mistakes that I made. Today we're going to be talking about buying a house. Should you? Would you? Could you? If you do, what happens? I'm going to tell you why you never want to do this. Okay? Contrary to what your daddy told you. I'm going to show you why you never, ever want to buy a house. Okay? Okay? 305-865-8668. That should be up there on the channel. If you're watching live, great. If you're watching after the fact, I love you.
5 seconds. 5, 4.
I love everybody.
2, 1.
Welcome to the Cardone Zone. My name's Grant Cardone. Every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come to you to talk about business, career, finances. I'm trying to help you avoid the mistakes that I made. I'm trying to show you things that work for other people, including myself. If I know what I'm talking about, I will answer your question. If I don't, I will recommend you to someone that can tell you what to do. I am not the person to get advice from about sports or gambling. Okay, I am a low risk coward when it comes to finance. I like sure deals, guaranteed deals. I do not like losing money. However, for 25 years, I took the advice of my parents, who were both came from the lower middle class, or really lower class, made it into the middle class. I tried to use their strategies for 25 years. They failed me miserably, causing me to overwork, causing me to be scared every day. I did all the traditional stuff they told me to do. I went to school, then I went to college, then I got a job, then I saved my money, then I put money in a I don't think you guys even know this. Robert Sislow's with us in the house. I actually put money, a lot of money, into a retirement account. Only later to find out I couldn't get that money. So you're going to hear me challenge a number of traditional ideas. I'm not challenging to make anybody wrong. I know there's situations where you would do some of the things that I say don't do, okay? Sometimes you'll hear me talking absolutes. Never do that. Look, there's really no such thing as an absolute. There are always exceptions to the rule. But you're going to hear me talk a lot in black or white on this Cardone Zone thing I do, okay? A lot of black and whites. There are exceptions to the rule, but when I say there's an exception to the rule, that means it would be something you would do once or twice in your career, not over and over. Does that help? Does that make sense? My number is 305-865-8668. If you don't know who I am yet, sorry, I am sorry, I apologize. Today we're talking about buying a house. Should you do it? What if you've already done it? What if I could convince you that it is one of the worst investments of your life? Would you sell it? How would you sell it? Should you fire sell it? Okay. How are you going to convince your spouse that loves the house? What are you going to do about the 2 kids that are going to the school and they have their buddies? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to give you an absolute here. Why you would never want to buy a house, ever. Okay, why it's a bad deal. First of all, let me give you some news, something current, not a terrorist attack. In USA Today today, did I get that? Did somebody give me that article about the 10 fastest growing cities? Okay. 10 fastest growing cities. Too late. 10 fastest growing cities. Okay. This came out today in Forbes and USA Today, if I'm not right. Here's Forbes. Why would I tell you that, okay? What if you're not in one of these cities? Hey, good luck if you are. Your house values went up. The 10 fastest growing cities in America today. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, that's just about 4 hours from here, okay? Now, I've been wanting to buy real estate in Fort Myers and Captain Ryan has been talking me out of it over and over. Okay. Sanford, Orlando, Florida, one of the fastest growing cities. Provo, Utah. I'm going there this month to look at real estate. Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach. Where did I just buy a deal? Number 4 fastest growing city for jobs in the U.S. Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, that's 5 cities in Florida. And the other 4 will be in Texas. 1 will be in Utah. We have some growth going on. See if Vaughn can pull up that article. This is not the one I wanted, but this does give me some great data, some great information. Is your city growing with jobs? Let's say that you bought a house in, I don't know, let's pick a city, Chicago. And you're seeing that Chicago is a broke state. Not Chicago. Chicago is a city. State of Illinois is a broke state. You know it's broke. They're bankrupt. Okay. California's bankrupt. There's growth in California. People just can't afford to go there. Where do you want your money? Okay. The first thing about making money is money follows attention. It doesn't follow your house. Nowhere in the history of mankind has anyone ever said money follows a house. Why do you not want to buy a house? Number one, not because of a financial thing. Number one reason you don't want to buy a house is because it forces you down to a spot. Okay, you lose the ability to be nimble. You want to be nimble. You want to move where money goes. You want to move to go get attention. This month, my wife and I are going to go to San Diego, Los Angeles, Utah, Northern California. For 4 weeks, we won't even be home. That means I got a house over here that's going to be empty, and I'm going to be using a plane. The plane's a terrible investment, but it makes me more money than my house does. Why? Because my plane can let me be nimble. It can actually get me to different places. How can my house possibly do that? Okay. The most I can do with my house is have a party in it once in a while, have people come to me, have a party at my house, and that's it. Okay. I could lease that house, by the way, I do. Tell you a little trick. Once you make it, once you get a bunch of money stacked away, you start making the right moves, have a business, be nimble in that business, get attention for that business, get that business making money. Then what you could do is create a real estate account, start taking some money out of this account, start buying some real estate, and maybe one of the real estate pieces that you buy, that you add on, is where you live. You put that in a limited liability corporation, the house. You rent it back to yourself. It's completely legal by the IRS code as long as you're investing in real estate. You rent from yourself. You got that? And I write off all the house, not part of the house. It's still a terrible deal, okay? Because you're stuck. You got property taxes. You got to mow it. You got to lawn it. You got to take care of it. You got to feed it. And you're stuck in it. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone zone. I just bring you the truth. If you don't like it, you don't have to take the advice.
When you tell somebody about 10X, they're going to be like, what did it do for you?
It's helped 10X my life, my family, my wife. I've doubled my commissions.
Tripled my income, started a new network marketing company, blowing that thing up like crazy.
I was able to 10X myself from the 9-to-5 transition to a full-time entrepreneur.
I'm so excited to be here. This is my 3rd one.
Is a movement.
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. The phones are loaded. 305-865-8668. You're going to probably be getting a busy signal. You guys that are on hold right now, thank you for calling in. I'm talking about why you don't want to buy a house. Let me give you some facts first of all, okay? If you take the last 100 years, longer than you've been alive or I've been alive, if you go back and look at the last 100 years, adjust for inflation. Money going up, Tim Story. Money going down in value, okay? If you take the last 100 years, the average home in America has gone up 1% a year. Now, if I told you were going to put money, take your cash that's going down in value, I agree with that, put it in a house, fixes you in one place, forget the kids, forget the emotional tug that you get with putting your little floor mat outside your house. Robert lives here.
I definitely would never do that.
Okay? Gate around the house, surfboard, in the living room. Look at my new house. I have my own barbecue pit. Nobody ever comes in my house and says, hey, how'd you pay for this? Nobody ever asks me, hey, that place you have on the 33rd floor at Regalia, do you own it? Nobody ever gets on my jet and says, do you own it or lease it? Okay, if I've been asked that question one time, nobody ever even asked me what year it is or how many hours are on it. Okay, people ask me what it costs. Okay. Most people don't even ask you that. They're like, dude, that's awesome. Okay, they come into my condo. Man, that's freaking awesome. Dude, that bar is slick. Nobody asked me how I paid for it. But I need to give you some facts. Number one, it's a 1% return. Tell your wife, there's a 1% return. If you bought a house 2 years ago and you guys have made 20% of your money or 50% of your money, sell that thing, go away, because it's not going to do anything for the next 20 years. It's just going to stay flat. Okay, now I gave you some cities, some of the large cities where the growth was. I gave you 5 cities in Florida. But you got to realize how you pull these reports up is what you will get. My office gave me something. I said, hey, give me the 5 fastest growing cities in America. You know what they gave me? The largest cities in America, okay? And these people probably paid for it. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix. Phoenix probably paid for this freaking article. Get us in the top 10. Can we pay for that article? San Antonio, San Diego, Dallas, and San Jose. Now, those top 10, you would want to be in core cities, okay? That's a good idea. But what happens when those core cities, like Detroit 30 years ago? 30 years ago, Detroit was the top 3. They're not anywhere on the list. They're probably the bottom 10 today, okay? Those people that bought homes there, they watched values go to 0. I'm talking about to 0. The city that I grew up in, Lake Charles, Louisiana, my mom bought a house for $50,000. 25 years later, that house was still $50,000. Okay? Now, check this out. Here's the list you want. Fastest growing cities in America. This was in USA Today. Number 1, Conroe, Texas. Conroe, Texas, just north of Houston, Texas. Frisco, Texas. McKinney, Texas. Greenville, South Carolina, a little spot in South Carolina. People probably coming from New York, trying to come to Florida, gets tired on the way down here. Let's just pull over to Greenville. Shit, we're going to have some pig. We're going to have some barbecue. Let's settle down. Georgetown, Texas. Bend, Oregon. Buckeye, Arizona. Bonita Springs, Florida. New Braunfels, Texas. Tennessee, Nashville. Utah hits the list again. Cedar Park, Texas. Idaho. Okay, just because it's fastest growing doesn't mean there's anything there. Maybe they had 40 people living there, and now all of a sudden they had a boom of 4,000. Doesn't mean you want to go there. Fort Myers made this list. So if I take these 3 lists and cross them, I'm going to find out there's a tension in Texas, Florida, and Utah. Okay, now why am I telling y'all that? What if you bought a house in, I don't know, pick a house. Robert, where were you raised?
New Jersey.
Good. You're not on this list, bro.
No.
Okay? Robert lives in New Jersey. He goes and buys a house in New Jersey. He buys a house in New Jersey, sees an ad on Craigslist, international business expert looking for video genius. He does a little research, finds out it's Grant Cardone on fire. Okay? You know that, who wrote that song, Girl on Fire? No, The Girl on Fire. No, not Rihanna. The other skank. Huh?
Beyonce?
No, not Beyonce, man. What's her name? Girl on Fire.
Oh, Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, man. Alicia Keys, right? Is that right? Anyway, okay. He Googles me, sees me. He sees me in Guala Guala. He sees me and DJ Carnage doing something. He sees me and Steve Harvey doing something. He sees me and little man Damon John. He sees me and Tony Robbins doing something. He sees me writing a book. He sees me doing the 10X Road. He's like, dude, I want to go see this guy, Grant Cardone.
Oh, sorry.
Oops. So sorry. I have house. I try to sell house in bad market. House not sell. Me wait. Grant, I want to come work for you so bad. Can I do video from New Jersey? Yeah, dude. If I come there. See, you can't move. Number 1, you want to be nimble. You want to be nimble. There's no money to be made in a house. There's comfort in a house, I'm telling you. You got to move to your uncomfortable spots, and you can't do that if you're trying to hunker down in comfort, all right? When I was 31 years old, what I did was I lived in Houston, Texas at the time, okay? I bought a house. It was a mistake. I bought 2 houses. One for $78,000. I barely got out of the house. The second house I bought, I couldn't leave it, man, because I was paying for it. I should have been renting back then, okay? Now, I know some of you are going to say, why would you rent? Rent in some cities is more expensive than to own a house because you can move. No down payment, I rent, okay? A security deposit. I go in, 10 months from now, I can walk away. I could break a lease. You cannot break a 30-year mortgage, okay? You can't break a 30-year mortgage. You can't sell a house the way you can get out of a lease. And even if I break a lease, let's say I'm 7 months into the deal and I go to the guy, dude, what do I owe you, man? I got to get out of this lease. You owe me $3,000. You owe me, how much is your lease payment? $2,000. 3 payments at $2,000. $6,000, he's gone. Doesn't mess up his credit, cost him $6,000 to move. He could do a deal with me. Mr. Cardone, can you advance me $6,000 so I can break my lease, dude? I'll come back and get it out of my production when I come to work for you. Deal, bro, let's do it. Let's say he calls me and says, I owe $600,000 on my house. Can you pay $600,000 to get me out of my house? A little more unlikely to do. Let's take the first caller. I want to show you why a house is a bad deal. It's a bad deal because your dad did it. Your dad didn't get rich on a house. He died in it. Okay? He died, and the kids all came together. Let's sell it. First thing my mom did when my dad died was sell the house he had just bought. Okay? My mom was listing the house my dad bought, and my dad wasn't in the ground good. Okay? The grass had not grown over his box, and my mom was having to sell it. Why? Because she couldn't maintain it. The house was paid for. She couldn't maintain cutting the grass, trimming the trees, taking care of the property taxes. She couldn't take care of it, so she had to blow it out.
All right, got Chris in New York.
Chris, hold on, buddy. I'm going to come back and talk to you after we bring attention to our sponsors with our 300,000 views a day.
Vegas! Vegas, baby! Vegas!
Join Grant Cardone for 3 days in Las Vegas, and your life will never be the same. A weekend you'll never forget. 10xgrowthcon.com/Vegas.
Fran Finders, thanks for being a sponsor of this show. Appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Robert Sislow, the video genius. Robert, what do you do and why do people call you a genius?
What I do is I do video production and advertising on Grant Cardone TV, and they call me a genius because I'm the genius of video production.
And we get 300,000 views a day. That's about to go to 3 million if I have anything to do with it all. Okay, we get 3 million views a day on YouTube, 300,000 views on YouTube, another 400,000 views on Facebook every single day, folks. And we want to make your business known right here with our network, okay? You deserve to get attention, okay? You cannot get attention. You cannot get attention. My boy Brad Lee's in right now, okay? You cannot get attention fixated in one place. Now, I'm talking to Brad Lee right now. He just FaceTime in. He clearly is not aware that we're in the Cardone Zone right now.
Are you in the Cardone Zone?
Dude, this guy didn't buy a house. He was going to go buy a house in Vegas. Called me up and said, man, I got this good deal. No deal on a house is a good deal, Brad. Okay? Take your money, put it in a business that pays you more money. If your house does not do that, don't do that. Okay, I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
Hey, I got business for you, Chief. Anytime's a good time for business.
You're right. Can I call you?
I'll call you out.
7 minutes, okay? Okay? So here's the way you decide whether you're going to buy a house or not. I'm going to take 2 situations today. Number 1, if it doesn't make you money, you don't buy it. Snapchat. You don't buy Snapchat. You use Snapchat. You understand? People are like, hey man, Grant, I can get you in some Snapchat. I don't want to use Snapchat, dude. Why don't you want it? Because I can use Snapchat for free. Why would I buy the stock? Man, it's going to be a good investment. Maybe. If it's not going to pay me next month, boy, I ain't doing it. Okay? This is my number 1 rule. Listen to what I'm telling you. If it doesn't pay me next month, I don't do it. You understand? I don't buy it. This jet can pay me, okay? It can pay me. People are like, a jet's a terrible investment. No, a yacht is a terrible investment. A jet can get me to my customers, right? I can do 3 cities in one day. I can't do that out of my condo, and I can't do it in a yacht. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I want to make money. I want to make money. If you're 25, 35, 45, you're 55 years old, the last thing you need to do right now is buy a house that you can die in. Even if the ownership is less than the rent, okay? You're better off renting and being nimble and having no liability and having no debt, okay? I got 10 months of obligation in a rental. I have 30 years of obligation in a home. I cannot predict the future. Are you a psychic? Do you know what's going to happen to your city? Who's going to have jobs? What's going to happen to your marketplace? What's going to happen to that Penny's or that Macy's that's next to you? What's going to happen when the 6 or 8 AMC theater, the 8 movie location? What happens when we go when you go to a movie like this? Huh? When you're going to a movie like this, you and your wife will go to a movie like this and you got a headset on and we're both, the 5 of us are going to, me, Sabrina, Scarlett, and my wife are all watching the same Disney movie and it's got 4 or 5 different endings. And we watch the same movie 4 or 5 different times. And we get through that movie and I'm like, Sabrina, what happened in yours? Well, the horse ran over me and killed me. Okay? What happened to you, Papa? Oh, I became the king of the empire, and that horse become magical. And you understand? Let's talk to the first caller. I'm going to show you why your house is a bad deal, folks. By the way, if you got money made, if you got money made in your house, if you got equity in your house, now is the time. It is the glimmering moment, the shiny head. It is the moment to let that equity flow. Chris. Chris, do you own a house? Chris, do you own a home?
I'm buying right now.
Dude, Chris, what are you doing, dude?
Well, these.
See? Now that tells you everything right there. Chris, that is God intervening, saying, do not close the deal.
All right, you got George.
Get disconnected. Okay? So let's say he's buying a $200,000 house. He's going to have to put 5% down. That's $10,000. Okay? $10,000. He's going to finance $190,000. The average house in America is $254,000. A really nice house, you're talking about $400,000. Median, nice home. Okay? 5 bedrooms, you know, a nice place, nice location, nice schools. Okay? So let's just take the median, the 250, the 200. Let's say you stole the house somehow. Ain't going to happen right now. You put $10,000 down, you're on the hook for $190 and you're stuck. By the way, next month, who pays for the house? You do. You got to feed it all the time. You got to feed it. You got to paint it. You got to roof it. You got to take care of it. You got to plumb it, right? You don't do that when you rent, man.
That's taking care of it.
Put 1 month down, live there for 10 months, let the walls go to hell. You don't take care of the pool. I pay $5,000 a month for my HOA fees where I live. Seems like a lot, doesn't it? $5,000 a month for the HOA.
Just the HOA. Well, for the crib, you guys, not that.
Okay. John's like, that ain't bad. Shit, that ain't bad. Okay. Do you know what I get for that, man? I get my swimming pool taken care of. I got 3 or 4 attendants out there. They give me a towel when I get out of the pool. Like, Mr. Cardone, please. Okay. Okay. They wipe me down. I got 2 jacuzzis and a steam room and I don't take care of anything. I don't take care of the calls. I don't have mechanics. I don't have problems. Air condition goes bad. Hey, dude, come fix this thing now. I got security at the front. They park my car there. You know what it would cost me to have parking attendants, pool attendants, somebody wipe my ass? Come on, man. Okay, let's talk to the next caller. I can't wait.
George in North Carolina.
George, do you own a home?
Yes.
George, turn your thing off.
Yes.
Turn it off. You got to tell him. George.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me, how much? What'd you pay for your house, bro?
I paid $150.
You lie.
Yeah, back in 2013, got a great deal.
Okay, good. So what's that house worth today? He didn't pay that.
$220.
$220. Okay, good. Now, first of all, I know he's not telling me the truth, Robert. Why?
Zero.
It ends in zeros, dude. He didn't pay $150.
$153.
Now we get. Okay, now he's still lying to me. He's still lying to me and to himself because he hadn't counted his property taxes that he's paid since 2013, 14, 15, 16.
Here's the thing, though, Grant. I agree with you. I'm getting out of the house as soon as possible and put it on the market next week.
My man. Okay. Now. Okay. So look. In addition to the $153 that he paid and the $12,000 in property taxes and whatever else he's had to do with the house, let's say he could sell it today. He walks away with $70,000 worth of capital gains. You guys that are watching would say, if he rented, he couldn't do that. Okay? That's true. He hit the market at the right time. Okay? This is the moment, folks, if you own a home, to sell that house. There's good news everywhere. Trump, whatever's going on with this Trump dude, okay? Good things are happening. People are excited. Sell them the house. Let them do the deal. What's your question, my friend? What are you going to do with that 70 grand now? Let me ask you that.
So exactly. So I'm married. I have no kids, and I convinced my wife that we need to rent. I just stumbled across your content about 4 weeks ago, and haven't stopped consuming it since. And so I met you at the right time. My question is this.
Yeah.
I want to start getting into real estate investing. I have about $150,000 in the bank, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing I should do. Should I save the money I have now and keep building on it?
Plus the 70 in equity, right?
Right.
So what I would do, so you got the 150 plus the 70 in equity?
Yep.
Good. So I would take the 150 plus the 70. I would total up to the whole 220. I wouldn't keep any money in savings at all. I know. Your dad be like, what? The reason your dad would be freaking out right now is because your dad didn't do this. Your dad never went for it, okay? The reason people never get rich is because they never go for it, man. They're trying to save pennies. You know, this thing about a penny saved is a penny earned. And I always say, no, it's a penny, man. The reason people don't make money in Vegas is because they never bet enough, man. You can't break the house going in at $5. So I would take the whole 220. I would go buy a $750,000 apartment deal. Where do you live? What city, man?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, let me just tell you what you could buy in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, I just sold some product in that marketplace. You might want to go outside that. I might want to go find a smaller deal in Charlotte since it's your first deal.
Okay.
And you could buy probably 80 or 90 units in Charlotte. Now, everybody listening, okay? Would you rather have 80 units for the next 30 years or one house? Which one do you think you have a better chance of making money in, okay? Would you rather have income for the rest of your life or have a house? I mean, if you need a doormat, you can put that in front of your apartment, can't you? I could put a doormat in front of my house. Bobby lives here. You could have a little dog in a house. You could call it yours. You could put your fake art on the wall, right? So, dude, that's what I would do, bro. I would create some real wealth. By the way, over the next 30 years, between now and the year 2030 and 7, do you think one house will be worth more money in the year 2037 or 80 units somewhere in Charlotte, North Carolina? The last thing I would tell you is this. Dude, when you do this, by the way, how many of you'd like to get a loan that's easier to get on literally on a multifamily deal? It's easier to get a loan on 80 units than it is one house, regardless of how bad your credit is. FYI. And FYI stands for what?
For your information.
For yellow income. For yellow income. Gold, baby. I'm spitting gold. Okay? All right. Let's talk to the next caller. Tell you, folks, do not buy a house.
You got Shiv and California.
Do not buy a house. Your ego is invested.
Yeah, Shiv.
Your ego is paying for that house. And okay, I know some of my real estate agent friends, I just talked to Remax. Look, I'm not talking the whole world out of buying a house. I'm talking entrepreneurs out of it. If you're an entrepreneur, if you want to make money, if you want to get rich, I'm telling you, do not buy a house. Listen to what I'm telling you. Do not buy a house. You get the warning? Do not buy that damn house. Why? You lose your money. You lose nimble. You can't leave. You got to feed it. It doesn't pay you. You don't ever own it. Even when you pay for it, you don't own it. You understand? Who owns that house? The government owns that damn house. Quit paying your property taxes and they'll show you who owns it. Okay? You could pay 200 grand for a house. You don't pay your property taxes. They'll sell it for 20 bucks. Let's talk to the next person. I'm telling you, don't buy that damn house. Okay, I got people walking in here every day. Oh man, Grant, I hate to tell you, go with my finances. I hate to tell you. Come on, tell me the sin. We bought a house. Why? Okay? Same reason a guy wants to go be his own boss. Ego. Ego, man. I'm going to put it on my card that I'm a boss. You ain't a boss. Nobody even works for you, man. A boss is someone that organizes people, gets people together, gets people. You can't be a boss if you don't have employees. Okay? And you don't own real estate if it don't pay you. You're not a real estate investor. By the way, notice what he said. I want to invest in real estate. People, he owns a house already. People that own a house, that is not an investment in real estate. That is a slave to an address. 2222 Dead Street. Yeah, come see us. We have barbecues on the weekend at our house that we never own because the bank does. Man, that whole deal, buy a house, was put together for the banks. So the banks can make slaves, man. Okay? All right. 2010. I'm going to take the next caller right now. Get them on. 2010, when the economy went to hell, I didn't lose any of my real estate. You know why? For one reason. It was paying me. Even when the values went down, my real estate kept paying me. What happened to all those people that owned homes? They bought for $400. It was worth $200. They're like, shit, I ain't going to keep paying for this. This is stupid. My values went down, but my checks kept coming. You understand what I'm saying? CardoneAcquisitions.com if you want to know more about what I'm doing with real estate. Let's talk to the next caller who I hope has not bought a house.
All right, Shiv in California.
Shiv just committed suicide.
All right, you got Kevin in Houston.
Kevin in Houston, Texas. What's going on, dude? I'm coming to your city. Kevin, what's going on, man? Okay, OPEC just said that they're going to provide more supply for oil. So Kevin hung up. Yeah. Okay, so check this out. Do you know 2 years ago there were more homes built in the city of Houston than the entire state of California? Check this out. Listen to this. There were more homes built in the city of Houston, Texas, than in the entire state of California. That's how many homes there are there. Okay? What does that do to home values? What you'll see in Houston, which is a very vibrant top 5 cities in America, you'll see people, they move, suburbs move. They're good for like 10 years. It'll be hot for 10 years. The Woodlands will be hot for 10 years. And the next thing you know, it dies out and they go build another suburb. All right? That apartment game over in Houston, that's a strong game.
All right. You got Aaron in Ohio.
Aaron, please don't hang up on me, Aaron. Hang in there with me, buddy.
Okay.
Come on, man. Talk to me.
What's up? What's up, Uncle G?
Come on, man. Nephew, my nephew. What's up?
You know who it is? Mr. 150K till July.
You did 150 since when?
I was on the G&E show.
He's gonna make 150 in July. And he's gonna have
What's he gonna do?
the guy that was like not having sex with his girlfriend from the G&E show.
Oh, my man. Do you own a house?
No, sir. I'm renting. You changed my mindset on that.
That's right, dude. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Good, man. Good. So did you have sex with your girlfriend last night?
No, sir. She's out of town.
Oh, that's good, man, because I know you were just going to tear that up if she was home, because I gave you permission, right?
Hey, I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry.
I'm with you, man. Les Brown, call. I'll get you Les's number. So look, man, what did your daddy tell? Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm doing a documentary about money. Me and Robert and John are working on this documentary. Can you finish this? I'm going to start it. And then you finish it for me, okay? Money doesn't grow on
trees.
Money won't make you
happy.
Money is the root of all
evil.
It takes money to
make money.
A penny saved is
a penny earned.
And rich people are?
I don't know.
Try it again. Rich people are?
Bad people.
Good, thank you. Now, let me ask you this now. How much money would you need to never have to worry about money again?
Me personally, I'll say 50 million.
50 million.
To never worry about money. Yeah.
Okay. Would a house be included in that?
Yes.
Okay, but you know what? When I ask this question to people, it's interesting. How much money would you need? How much do you need, dude, to never worry about money again? Nobody ever says I'd have to own my home. What they always tell me is this: 5 million, 10 million, 50 million, 25 million. The number's always like money. It's not, I got to have a house. Because it doesn't give you freedom, folks. Do you understand? It's like saying, I own my home. It's like saying, we've paid for our groceries for the rest of our life. It's so stupid, okay? Imagine if you equated your value, your net worth, your finances. By the way, if you have your house as an asset, a calculation, a part of your calculation in your net worth, it's completely, you would never include that. If your finance person, what do they call them? The financial planner? If your financial planner says, well, you're now, John, you're worth $1.1 million. If your house is included in that, that is an incorrect calculation. You would never include a house in your net worth. The fact that in correct financial planning, you would not include a home in your net worth tells you that a house is not an asset. Why? Because you have to pay for it, okay? So imagine if I said to you, oh Grant, we own all of our education is paid for the rest of our life. People don't think like that, but when it comes to a home, we paid for our house. We own our house. Yeah, so what? I got to live somewhere, Grant. Dude, you got to eat too. So should you go prepay for your groceries? Huh? Why don't you go give Whole Foods like 30 years of groceries? We're going to prepay for our groceries. Okay, I'm going to go buy all my clothes. We're going to go to Bloomingdale's. I'm buying all my clothes for the next 30 years.
Who is that?
Okay. Hey. We went to Exxon today and we bought our fuel for the next 30 years. Yes, everything's paid for. Why would you do that? That'd be stupid, man. Cars might not exist. Okay? Clothes could change, and guess what? Where you live, how you live, where you want to live, how you want to live is going to change. Why would you buy that house deal? So all I'm trying to tell you today is this, man. Don't buy a house. You guys get the message? We got another caller? Don't buy a house. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a house. Under no condition would you buy a house. Look, I'd rather pay $2,000 a month in rent, 10 months in a row, 20 grand, than own a house for $1,000 a month. Listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Okay, I'll pay $12,000 a year in payments to own a house. I'd rather pay $20,000 a year in rent to be able to leave. There's an old thing about Jack Nicholson used to say that he was really proud in an interview. He says, yes, I do pay prostitutes. I do, I must say I do. And they're like, why do you do that? You can be with anybody, Jack. Jack's like, well, actually, I pay them because I can tell them when to leave. Okay, that's why you want to rent, so you can just walk out when you want to walk out, okay? My name's Grant Cardone. We got one more caller. I'm telling you, don't buy a house. I'll tell you this. Don't buy a house. Come to the 10X Growth Con. I'll show you how to become a millionaire, okay? 10xgrowthcon.com. Steve, invest all the money that you have in yourself. He went away too? Okay. Invest money in yourself, man. Invest in this house. This is the house you want to invest in. The house of move-in, okay? You want to invest in customers. You want to invest in your value. You want to advertise and market yourself. I would rather see you spend $2,000 a month in this house, the house that God made. Okay? Invest in the house of Cardone. Invest in your house, in the Steve house, the Barbara house, the Karen house. Spend money on your advertising and your marketing. Let us help you get known on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel here at Grant Cardone TV. Let's build that house. You and your husband, you and your wife, you and your kids. Let me and Robert help build us, craft a story around you, your family, your company, your brand, your future. Let's put the money in that house, because that house, my friends, feel like Eric Thomas right now. That house, my friends, that house you're stuck with. That address goes with you wherever you go, okay? That front door can be opened, if you will. Okay, that house can make you money. Why? Because it can move. It can get attention. You understand? 2222 Dead Street is 2222 Dead Street. And it's just a matter of time before it's Dead Street. People don't go there. Customers don't go there. You don't ring the freaking cash register there. Most of you don't make money at your house. And by the way, if you can make money at that house, then rent that damn thing. Okay? So that your next network marketing party next year, every year you got it in a different location. If it was up to me, man, I would be mercurial. You know what mercurial means?
Be able to move.
It's like mercury in
Yeah,
a,
it's
in a
not
thermostat.
yeah.
If I crack that thing open, you can't even pick up the mercury. Dude, you want to be like moving, man. You want to be everywhere, okay? My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone zone. We got Memorial Day sale, up to 99% off. Stupid stuff. Hats, T-shirts, audio programs, video programs, books. It's all for sale. It's crazy over there. Coaching. We ought to do 50% on my coaching this weekend. We've had 23 people come in here in the last, I think, 7 or 8 days. Come in here, $10,000. I'll do half price on coaching for Memorial Day. Let's put it up on the site. Half price on coaching. What else we got? St. Bart's. We got a few tickets left in St. Bart's. St. Bart's. Okay, that will not be on sale ever. It's already a sale. What else we got?
Millionaire booklet.
What?
Millionaire booklet.
Millionaire booklet.
You already did.
If you served in the military, I'll give it to you for free. If you didn't serve in the military but wanted to, I'll give it to you free. If you tried to serve in the military but were disqualified, I'll give you a free millionaire booklet. If you know somebody that was in the military, I will give you a free millionaire booklet. If you have somebody in your household that knew somebody in your family that saw somebody on TV that was in the military, by the way, any military, you know what I'm saying? I will give you the millionaire booklet free. If you know how to spell military, Navy, Army, what else we got? Air Force, Cub Scouts, or Girl Scouts. If you can spell cookie, I will give you a millionaire booklet for free, and I guarantee you. Okay, I guarantee you. Okay, if you can spell jet or boat or gun, I will give you a millionaire booklet. Go to millionairebooklet.com/free. You read that book, 44 pages. I guarantee you'll never buy a house. You'll sell the one you have, and you'll know what to do with the money. You'll know what to do with the money that you're earning so that you too, one day, my friends, you won't get rich quick, but I guarantee you'll get rich for sure. Thank you for watching.